What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney 6. Last time, Maya was arrested for the murder of the High Priest here in Kurain. And what else is there? Hey, Tammy, what are you doing? She's brushing up against the microphone. What happened, Emma? Please tell me everything you can. Well, basically, there was a murder during the rite as it was being performed last night. The victim is trusted me. Okay, I see. Okay. I'm just gonna say in me. That's stupid. The High Priest who was presiding over the rite. Wait, hold on. Last night? You mean to tell me an entire day's passed since the purification rite? That's right, sir. You passed out for a whole day from your back pain. Never knew my back's like a ticking time bomb. I better take better care of it. The murder took place at the inner sanctum where the rite was being held. The inner sanctum. It's the place where the spirit of Lady Kira is enshrined. It's through that gate over there, and up at the top of the mountain stairs just beyond. So that's why everyone's offering their prayers in that direction. Abbott and me and Miss Maya went up to the inner sanctum to begin the rite. Just after they finished the prayer you fainted in the middle of. So who do you think killed the High Priest? Unfortunately, Maya is our sole suspect right now. During the rite, the inner sanctum was off limits to the general public. So then, only the High Priest and Maya could have been there when the murder occurred. Right. Plus, the inner sanctum is on the side of a very steep mountain. The only way up there is the stairway that starts here at the Plaza of Devotion. So that's why she's been arrested. Also, the crime scene was only discovered after Maya came down alone. She's the one who told the worshippers in the plaza that the High Priest was dead. And she made a police statement to that effect. So she was the first one to discover the body. Well, that definitely doesn't help. That makes it even less likely that someone else was there at the crime scene. Mr. Wright, sir. Are you going to defend Miss Maya? Yes, of course. There's no way she killed anyone. Yeah, I don't believe it either. She's been framed. But this is really something else, huh, Mr. Wright? I mean, who'd have thought you'd have to take on that horrible court again? Tell me about it. I never thought I'd have to go through another trial. Where the divination seance determines all, and defense lawyers are unwelcome. So what brings you here, Emma? Back in the US, I was working a case with an international prosecutor from Kurain. He told me this is where I could see the latest techniques in international forensic science. I can't believe I fell for it. I mean, just look at this place. It's like we've gone back in time. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Can't say I've been impressed with the police work I've seen so far. Still, he said he takes on cases from around the world. So maybe next time he'll have one in a major city somewhere. Sounds like this prosecutor has taken a liking to you, Emma. After all, it's not every day a prosecutor takes a detective with them overseas. I wonder. He's calm and kind and almost always has a smile on his face. But it's hard to tell what he's really thinking. This international prosecutor, is he the one who handled Trucy's case? Yes, he is. I take it he'll be the prosecutor on this one, too. Yes, Sadmati's already been assigned. Prosecutor Sadmati? You know him, Albi? Of course, everyone in Kurain does. He's a highly revered individual, both as a prosecutor and a monk. If you go up against Prosecutor Sadmati, you'll incur the Holy Mother's wrath. But it's my job to, as a lawyer... Oh, right, sorry. A prosecutor who's also a revered monk in a deeply religious country. This trial's shaping up to be even more uniquely Kurainese than the last one. I'm not sure I should be saying this, but he's a formidable opponent. Yeah, I heard Apollo had a really tough time, so I better give it everything I've got. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Emma. They treat lawyers like criminals here. Come to think of it, Prosecutor Sadmati mentioned something to that effect. I'm not sure how much I can help, but I'll do what I can. Really? Are you sure you aren't going to get in trouble for helping the enemy? He did come down on me pretty hard when I tried to help Trucy in the last trial. Let's just say I'll help where I can. Thanks, but don't go getting yourself in trouble on my account, okay? Sadmati sounds pretty strict. So first things first, let's start with this. Hot off the press, it's the High Priest's autopsy report. Hold on a second. Hey, shut up. No! Ah, god damn it, stop! Blood loss from an abdominal wound by a bladed weapon. Okay, gotcha. The murder weapon is believed to be Lady Kira's warbod dagger. It's used during the rite. However, the dagger has yet to be found. Lady Kira's dagger. I think Maya mentioned something about a dagger. Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes on evil with the wicked dagger? Right. Whatever floats your boat. And isn't that rebel hunter posing as Lady Kira also armed with a dagger? Of course, hers must be a replica, right? Would it be okay for me to go take a look at the crime scene? The police have already wrapped up their investigation. But the location itself is off limits to the general public, so I'm not sure. Emma, please! Just like the police, I need access if I'm to mount a viable defense. Alright then. Leave it to me. I'll explain the situation to Prosecutor Sadmati and the police later. Thanks, Emma. You have quite a climb ahead of you, so be sure to watch your step. You're not coming with me? Oh no, I'm not climbing up there again. No way. Is it really that bad? I wonder if my back can handle it. You get to go to the inner sanctum? Oh, you're so lucky, Mr. Wright. Why don't you join me, Albie? That's crazy talk, sir. If a commoner like myself were to set foot in there, I'd surely be cursed for all eternity. Because the inner sanctum's off limits for you, huh? Oh well, guess I'll just have to face this all by my lonesome. By the way, what about all the people still praying here? Aren't they going to go home? Oh, they're dead. The customs of this rite require that they not move from this spot until tomorrow afternoon. It doesn't faze them to have police milling about, so some of them are even off-duty cops. I guess this is what it's like to live in a deeply religious society, huh? Let's see. Okay, let's move. Boop, 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 boop. It's really high up and really, really cold. What did I do to deserve this? At least I made it. I better get started while I can still feel my fingers. Who's that? Kinda looks like... Okay. Yup. Excuse me. It's you. Do you even know where you are, Bob Ted? Of course I do. May I ask why you're here, your benevolence? I came to pray for the High Priest's soul. But what are you doing here? This is one of the most sacred spots in Kurainism. Unscrupulous lawyers such as you have business being here. But I'm not unscrupulous. Quiet! Silence! You dared to find fault with my insights at every turn the other day. She's still sore about that trial. As you know, your benevolence, a murder has occurred and I need to investigate. But we know the killer is one of your own. In my country, suspects are innocent until proven guilty. Plus, she is a serious student of spirit channeling who came here to study. So can't you at least give her a chance to explain what happened? All practitioners from overseas are big phony balonies. Oh, wow. I'm amazed that phrase made it all the way over here. Phony baloney. And her wish to train in the homeland of spirit channeling is but a bid for prestige. Seems like nothing I say will convince her otherwise, thanks to that last trial. Tweedledum and Tweedledee really did a number on her impression of foreigners. As the defense attorney on this case, I really need to investigate this crime scene, and I need to do it now. I've even been authorized by the police, so... What's this? You intend to make a mockery of our Sacred Hall of Justice once more? You're goddamn right! Fuck you! And your beliefs! I simply want to defend my client. Which means you have come to forge evidence, then. I knew all lawyers were criminals. I must now redouble my vigilance. That's unfair. Who taught you to demonize the whole group of people anyway? Sounds like bad parenting to me. Oh, holy shit, okay. My mother and father. You have an issue with their parental guidance? Yes, they clearly did a shit job. I'd never dare criticize the royal couple. That's how I would say it. I would never dare criticize. Not the royal couple of shitty parenting. I still can't imagine what the lawyers here must have done to garner such hatred. Oh ho! I just had the most wonderful idea, Bobhead. What I have the bad feeling about the glitter ride. What's this most wonderful idea of yours? If you are to investigate this murder, then I shall oversee your every move so as to prevent any misdeeds, naturally. What's with this song? This song is very out of place. Because now it's like joking, like, ha ha ha, yeah, what mischief we'll have. Okay. You won't follow me around the entire time? Of course, not that I want to, mind you. And I'll not tolerate any objections. Understood? She can't do this to me. What was that? Oh, it's nothing. Very well done. Let us get this investigation over with. We mustn't stay here in the inner sanctum a moment longer than necessary. Please don't rush me. It is not without reason that I insist on a speedy investigation, Barbed Head. I am a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, you see, who guides the people of Kurain. As such, I must not sully myself with the blood of battle that Lady Kira bears. The blood of battle? If it's that big of a problem, why don't you head on down now? I won't do anything, I promise. No, lawyers are never to be trusted. Now make haste so that we may leave here soon. And one more thing. What? Your victory the other day was but a stroke of fortune. But this time, my insight shall reveal the absolute truth. So brace yourself for a defeat most bitter, lawyer. Please. Phoenix has only lost 2 cases in his entire career. One was with what's-his-face with the scar, which honestly wasn't even bad that he was found guilty because he was guilty. He was defending a guilty man, which it kind of sucks that that's the only time he's ever defended a guilty person, because then it's more interesting. Second time being framed, so, like, he's not gonna lose anytime soon. As long as you know where we stand. I'd better hurry up and poke around for clues before she changes her mind. Boop, 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 beep, boop. Moltres! Let's take a closer look. Boop, beep, beep, boop, boop. Boop, 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 beep, boop. Isn't this Lady Kira's robe? Oh, holy mother! Lady Kira's robe is... I know how you feel, but we should leave it as it is to preserve the crime scene. You imbecile! This is the actual robe Lady Kira once wore. What the heck is it made of? I mean, nothing should look this good after a few hundred years. Enough! If I say it's the actual robe, it is the actual robe. That foul murderer shall not get away with this. It is tough to see a piece of history sloppily tossed on the ground like this, though. It even looks like it's been mended a number of times. This robe kinda smells. How dare you insult such a sacred piece of clothing like that? I meant that it smells like incense. Oh, I see. The scent you detected is from the sacred incense used to purify Lady Kira's robe. Whenever a rite is to be performed, the robe is first scented with sacred incense. If this still smells like incense now, the scent must have been much stronger last night when the victim was killed. Whoa! This is blood. This is a statue of a warbird, the bird on which Lady Kira based her appearance. And all this blood is from the High Priest. He no doubt embraced the statue in the hope that Lady Kira would save him from death. May his soul rest in peace. Considering the amount of blood, he must have been stabbed with considerable force. But there's no way Maya would be strong enough to deliver such a blow. I mean, sure, if you just push him onto the spikes, that can also stab him. The murder weapon hasn't been found. Perfectly viable murder weapon. It's a lantern! And it's still lit. Of course it is. The sacred flames in the 4 lanterns here have burned for centuries. Anyone who extinguishes even one of them will be put to death immediately. So that's where they're outfitted with glass wind guards. Still, I'd better keep my distance, just in case. So the moon and these lanterns were the only sources of light up here that night. The rite is performed by the light of the full moon because moonlight is a purifying force. I see. No touching! I wasn't going to. Bum, bum. Well, that's interesting because... Back up. Well, I'm pretty sure one of them looked like they weren't lit, but I can't back up, so... It's been stained red by the High Priest's blood. Oh, that's water! I thought it was just red floor. Okay, I didn't realize it was a fountain. This spring shall run red upon Lady Kira's return. What's that from? An old legend. Does that mean that the rebel hunting Lady Kira in the newspaper is the real deal? Nah, that's crazy talk. Boop, 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 beep, boop. Aha. A blood-stained scrap of paper. Looks like some kind of note or letter, perhaps. But it's written in Chinese, so I can't read a lick. Let me see that. Once the flame is lit, then... will be... This is simply impossible to read. Wait. This stamp in the lower right. It's the mark of those insurgents. The Defiant Dragons. The rebel group. What's it doing here? Is there some kind of a connection between the High Priest and the rebels? A letter we found at the inner sanctum. A giant bloodstain makes it impossible to read. Looks like that about does it for this area. Yeah, but what about the flame that's out? That lantern looks broken, but it's hard to make out the details from this angle. I'll take a closer look when I'm in a better spot. Are you kidding me? Okay. I think I better take a closer look. This lantern's damaged. The wind guard is completely broken. Damaged? Was this your doing? No, bitch. I didn't even touch it. Then perhaps a falling rock struck it. I'll request that it be repaired when we are finished here. Of course, I doubt you'll live long enough to see it restored. I'll be back to take a look, you'll see. Not before I murder you. Threaten me, I'll threaten you. There's no snow here. Maybe it was removed because it would interfere with the rite. The day before the rite, the temperature in this area plunged below freezing. Even the Plaza of Devotion was covered in a layer of white frost. Must be the elevation. Wasn't all that cold back in town, as I recall. Interesting. The snow has obviously been cleared away here. The lantern's broken. I still have that camera I brought to take pictures of my trip. I should snap one of this area here, just in case. Shows an area of shoveled out snow and a lantern with a broken wind guard. Nothing else particularly interesting here. This rock must have fallen from higher up on the mountain. It's like the perfect perch for taking a peek over that curtain. Well, up I go! What an incredible view. It almost boggles the mind. Get down from there this instant! Sorry, be right down. Those ribbons must be so huge. It looks like the inner sanctum is just slightly higher up than the top of that mountain. I guess that confirms that the stairs from the Plaza of Devotion is the only way up here. It's a statue of a bird. I should take a closer look later. You mean now? Look, the bird's missing its eye. I feel sorry for the poor fella. Are you the one who took it? No. This statue's been here for ages. I suppose some damage is to be expected. I shall ask my mother to have it repaired. No wonder there are no lawyers left. I'd leave too if I was always treated like this. I don't think I'll find anything else of interest around here. do, boo, 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 boo. I guess that's it. Hello? Somebody zipline down? There's something hanging off the ritual curtain here. These look like those prayer flags down at the Plaza of Devotion. Except they're arranged like no prayer flags I've ever seen. It's a parachute. How so? All these flags have been sewn together. You're right. It's like they're one big banner now. There is something written on a piece of it. Donated by Trust in Me. It seems like this piece is from a donation Abbott in Me made at some point. During the rite, the inner sanctum was fully enclosed by this ritual curtain, making this case something of a locked room mystery. A curtain around the perimeter of the sanctum, isolating it from the outside world. The purification rite is akin to a bathing ritual for Lady Kira. Therefore, it must be closed off from the outside world. So the inner sanctum is like her private bathroom. Indeed. So see to it that you keep it clean. This flap in the center acts as a ritual curtain store, but that's about it. And what was that shrill scream for just now? It's just, I'm afraid of heights. I didn't notice it as I was climbing up, but now that I can see all the way down, I guess that flight of stairs from the Plaza of Devotion really is the only way up or down. Okay. Well, shoot, I guess. Oh. What an amazing wall painting. So this is Lady Kira. Do you see that red mark upon her brow? That is the character for death in Kurainese. It is a mark of resolve to fight to the end. There are many different marks we make on our bodies, each with a different meaning. Interesting. Come to think of it, your benevolence has marks on your face. So did the High Priest. The High Priest's mark are those of a monk, while mine are of a royal priestess. All members of the Kurainist clergy have such marks upon them. The shape and location of the marks vary in accordance to conditions like status and age. And all records about them are kept at Temple. So it's kinda like a national ID registry, huh? Is that a weapon in her hand? It is Lady Kira's dagger, the very same one used in the rite. It is made to resemble a warbad, the bird Lady Kira fashioned herself after. So that dagger is the weapon that took the High Priest's life. If you wish to know more about Lady Kira, you need but ask. I get the feeling she's going to be super relevant to this case. I should definitely ask the princess for more details later. Come on. This mountain face is like a towering wall. There are characters carved into it, but I have no idea what they mean. There is a prison at the apex of this mountain. Well, there you go. Someone from the prison came down. Oh, case closed. Way up there? It is said that Lady Kira laid those she defeated to rest atop this mountain, so that their souls would not spawn evil spirits. I'm feeling queasy just thinking about being all the way up there. And the fact that it's a prison just makes it worse. Pretty sure that's everything. Like, I'm doing a final pass here, and I'm not seeing any bubbles. Nope, 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 nope. This is everything! Alright. Could you tell me about this place, Your Benevolence? I have nothing to say to you, lawyer. Is that because you don't actually know much about it? You ill-mannered! I am the Crown Princess of Kurain. There's nothing I don't know. Nena! Did you do it, Nena? Is it you? Where'd she come from? Hey, no cheating! Silence, Barbed! Nena's knowledge is my knowledge. End of discussion. What is she, your pocket internet? This spring is where Lady Kira came to cleanse her body of the blood of battle. And today's purification rite is a ceremony that traces its origins back to those days. Cleansing Lady Kira's robes in this sacred water lends one courage for the next battle. I see. Thanks for that excellent explanation. Commoners are normally barred from here, except for the day of the rite, who normally controls the access to this place. The High Priest and his family are responsible for that. The High Priest and his family, huh? Could you tell me about the High Priest and his family? Abbot Inmi lived with his wife and his disciple, Acolyte Pere Zealot. A young man the couple took into their home upon finding him near our kingdom's border. Speaking of his wife, isn't she the one who usually plays the role of Lady Kira? Yes, but as she is with child, the role was appointed to someone else. The killer no doubt offered to stand in as she saw it as a chance to slay the High Priest. You have it backwards. He was the one who asked Maya to stand in. Then that braggart must have embellished her qualifications. I'm really not sure how she could. Besides, why didn't you stand in for the High Priest's wife then? Did I not tell you before? As a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, the role of Lady Kira is forbidden to me. For those descend of Her Holiness must not defile their bodies with the blood of battle. Oh yeah, you did say that, didn't you? I should probably talk with the High Priest's wife and the Acolyte Zealot later too. So, could you tell me more about this Lady Kira? As an outsider, I suppose your ignorance is all but unavoidable. Whatever happened to You Need But Ask? Nena! Lady Kira was the Holy Mother's younger sister. But unlike her older sister, she lacked the ability to channel spirits. However, it is said that none could equal her skill with the dagger. Well, this became relevant fast. The Holy Mother guides our souls, and Lady Kira must keep peace with her dagger. Lady Kira was prepared to die for her people. She cloaked herself in a sacred battle robe and concealed her face as her sister did. Okay, but who was she fighting against? Throughout our history, we have been set upon by rebels. Now it's no different. For our enemy now is the Defiant Dragons, led by that insurgent Dirk. So Lady Kira played a role akin to the police, huh? So what's with the bird imagery? Lady Kira's robe is fashioned in the likeness of a warbot. It is a fearsome bird that is unique to Kurain. I see. And what about the recent rebel hunter Lady Kira? Who do you think she is? I have heard about her, but I have yet to ascertain the truth. However, I believe her to be a vigilante, or more precisely, a patriot. So even Princess Reifa doesn't know the true identity of the rebel hunter, huh? Well, it's her. Like, it's probably her. That about does it for the Inner Sanctum. I should probably head back to the Plaza of Devotion and let Emma know I'm done. After all, she's the one putting her neck on the line for me. And that's where we're gonna end this video here today. So stay tuned for the next episode tomorrow, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!